Hello.
My God, he's so dramatic today,
Sorry,
guys.
I just had to clear my throat. That's how I
Damn.
clear my throat.
You do? You do nothing else to clear your throat?
I do nothing else. It's
Nothing
always a
else.
rising crescendo of notes followed by a beautiful, absolutely in tune vibrato riff.
So that was it. That was the riff.
That was the riff.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm honored to be in your
Thank
presence
you.
for that. Thank you.
Thank
That
you.
was
Applause.
amazing.
Applause.
Applaud right now. Applaud us.
Good. That's it. I know you probably didn't do it physically, but I could hear you doing it mentally.
Mental applause is all we need,
Yeah,
Jack.
yeah.
Great to hear. Absolutely. How's your week been, Jacko?
Mental applause. My brain immediately thought menopause.
Menopause.
But that doesn't work. That doesn't work as a
No, it
little
does.
play on words. No, it doesn't, because there's no L in menopause. Well, there is an L for people who have to suffer through it.
Exactly. And that's
Feminist.
the worst thing. Yeah. Feminist man Jack here. He will recognize the L's that women have to take.
Yeah.
You're such a warrior, Jack.
I am
Thank you
such
so
a warrior
much.
because I bring up conversation and do nothing else about it. But because I bring it up, that makes me just as important and valuable.
to your
Yeah.
ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
Mate, babe, I realize that you're hurting right now, and I recognize your pain. Anyway, what are we having for dinner?
It's so that kind of guy's like, yeah, no, I understand women's sufferings and issues. I'm not going to do anything about it, though. I don't care.
So
Like-
what's she making me for dinner tonight?
Anyway, how have I been? I've been good.
Mm-hmm.
Full-time job's going pretty fun. And
He's employed, guys.
yeah, I have employment job
He
now.
made it out of the basement.
Woo!
Let's go. No more
Yeah.
Reddit.
I mean, I still gotta hurry up and get back onto the narration channel with Connor. I apologize for those who've wondered where the hell I've gone. I've just been trying to prioritize my other lives.
Yeah, there's quite a few of them.
I still technically work casually at another job on weekends and some nights of the week doing shows. So, bit of a busy little bee.
Connor's in a full-on production right now, and he can handle it.
Hey, oh,
That's crazy.
Hey,
All you've got is a full-time job, other commitments, university.
I'm gonna chase up
this,
a
friends to deal
fine
with.
that was never sent to me back in November, and then I've got some debt collectors chasing after me about that. I apparently owe the ATO a bunch of money, which I can literally. I'm looking through on my ATO site, Australian Tax Office, for those not familiar.
Yeah.
There, I cannot see anywhere in my tax forms and that kind of stuff where this $5,000 I would owe them.
It just came up out of nowhere.
I honestly think there's some sort of technical error, and I don't have the time to call them up yet. So, fingers crossed, I can get a day for that. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe working
yeah.
from home tomorrow. Could do that.
That'll be fun.
Yeah,
Like, hey
it'd be
guys,
fun trying to explain to them that, hey, I think you guys have the wrong man, and they'll probably be like, nah, because
where did this 5,000 come from?
Yeah.
What? I can't afford this.
it's ridiculous, ridiculous. Gotta
How many
love
Reddit
governments.
videos is that to?
Yeah. How many Reddit?
Let me just pump out a
That's
few
about,
right now.
yeah. That's about 3,000 Reddit videos.
Yeah, let's do it.
All
Hell
right,
yeah.
I'm locked into doing narrations for the next 5 years.
That's it, guys.
Hmm.
We've got him under contract. We've got him locked in the basement.
That's
with
how you
me
do it.
in the mental asylum. Hell yeah.
He's actually the ATO. He's the one you're after, folks. If you want to get
That's
rid of
me.
your tax.
Mr. ATO right here,
Yeah.
guys. No,
Mr.
I was
ATO.
so funny. I've started posting more on my YouTube Shorts, facts channel,
Yeah.
as well. And there's a totally new person that has not seen me before in the audio booth, and they're like, "What is he doing in an asylum?" I was like, what the fuck? No, don't worry.
Yeah, it's an asylum. Yeah, all the soundproof padding so no one hears him scream.
Let me out, Connor! Ah! That's it.
In today's fun facts, I am losing my mind.
I'm gonna die. They're gonna get me. They're in my walls. They're gonna kill me. Hell yeah. But no, other than that, fairly chill times as well here.
Yeah?
Some people in the comments were saying there's some haters being like, oh, I hate it when they get too serious on the episodes. Why can't you just be funny and goofy like you were before? Or your tangents went on too long. Can you get back on topic?
Oh, no.
I don't understand. Are we not good enough for you? Am I not good enough?
Yeah, guys, come on. What's going on now? Are we not pretty
Explain.
enough? Is our heart too broken Do I
cry too
don't
much?
Do I cry? Should I try harder?
Am I too outspoken?
Yeah. Why
Don't
do you
I make
see
you
right
laugh?
through us? Yeah.
Do we have to hold hands every episode and be gay? Like, is
Yeah.
that what it is?
Do you want us to
Christ.
make out? We will. Do you
No,
want
we-
us to? We will.
Please,
Is
no,
that
don't
what you
give
want?
him
We'll do
ideas.
it. Do you want
Stop
us to kiss? Please
encouraging
say
him.
yes.
Stop
What do you-
mentally
Come on,
encouraging
tell us
him.
what you want. Tell us to make out. What do you want from us? Do it, please.
Stop.
I'm not trying to subtly imply anything. Let us
Suppress
make
the
out.
gay.
I'm not suppressing anything. I am comfortably straight, down and dirty for my. I just want to
That is
know what you guys thought.
outrageous. No, what's the?
Yeah, it is
hell no.
outrageous for them to expect anything more of us except for me to be down, loving, and like rubbing his
We
shoulders.
need to
and,
get
like,
you a
maybe,
girlfriend,
maybe,
Jack.
maybe like I could have like a neck massage. And,
No.
maybe I could just like breathe in his ear, like ooh.
No, you already tried it once to
you're
get me into a
such a-
bathhouse,
you're
and
such a
I
good
stopped
boy.
that. I stopped any of that notion happening.
You know what's so funny too, though? That bathhouse in Sydney that I decided to go to anyway.
Yeah.
Turns out it was a openly nude bathhouse, and I wasn't aware of that until some middle-aged men came in. I was just sitting in the
You're
sauna.
like, "Oh, good
and they're like,
morning."
okay. Like internally, my mind's like,
Oh my God.
All right, that's a ceiling. Wow, look at that ceiling. Look at that. Oh, that one's looking right at me. That one. Ooh, that's a cat's eye right there.
He's pointed up towards me.
Yeah, that's a cat's eye.
Standing
that's
at
like-
attention.
It's a cat's eye that's looking out for any prey.
Yeah, it's scanning the room. It locked onto you.
Target acquired.
Target acquired. Heading towards target. Oh, Christ. Well, great. With that out of the way,
Yep.
let's get to the stories then.
With our pent-up homosexual aggression out of the way,
Hell
let's
yeah.
read some stories.
I wouldn't call it aggression. I'd call it a welcome. A welcome force.
This is our welcome to country.
Hell yeah. Welcome to the one-eyed snake. That's it. Forget the Dreamtime rainbow snake. The one-eyed snake is all the rage these days. Am I the asshole here for telling a guy to shut up during a job interview?
I love that title. I'm so excited.
Hell yeah. So I was interviewing this guy for a very good software engineering position. He passed the first round, and both I and everyone involved in the second round really liked his resume and experience. On paper, he had everything we were looking for. And honestly, this looked like a life-changing opportunity for him. Then he shows up, very serious and not smiling at all.
Ooh.
I'm used to that in tech interviews, and I can understand that it can be an intimidating environment. We did a round of introductions, and then he opened the interview by saying, "Let me tell you a little bit about myself." And we said, okay, go for it. Right, they're not even asked the question. It's like, hey, nice
Yeah.
to meet you. Let me tell you a bit about myself,
Yeah,
everyone.
wow.
How are we going?
This guy rolled a nat 1 on charisma straight away.
Are you watching too many Tate videos? He's like, own the room.
Yeah.
Start aura farming.
Yeah.
So he started talking about his personal and professional background. After about 3 minutes, I jumped in to ask a follow-up question based on something he mentioned, and he replied, "I will answer. Just give me a moment." And continued talking. A coworker jumped in with another question, and he said the same thing to her. Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, not another woman. Oh, that
A
makes
woman-
it even worse.
A woman has an opinion, not in this room.
You will wait until I've gotten through this because I'm very scared that I'm going to forget my speech.
He did
Jesus.
my speech. So at this point, we were kind of looking at each other, but decided to let him continue and give him the benefit of the doubt.
Oh, man's doomed.
But after more than 5 minutes, I jumped in again with another question. I had to talk over him to do it. He finally paused and answered, but in such a long-winded way that he ended up veering into another topic. Oh, hell yeah. My coworker asked another question, and the same thing happened. This is like a nightmare situation. What's wrong with this guy?
Oh, no.
At this point, I was ready to end the interview. I tried to politely wrap it up several times, but he was unable to read the room and just kept talking. I finally raised my voice slightly and said something like, "Thank you very much for sharing your background. In the interest of time, I'd like to ask if you have any questions for us." This is standard protocol and helps us prepare answers for future interviews. He asked a question about the team. As I was answering, he raised his finger and interrupted to talk more about his background. What an asshole. I let it go. And then he asked another question, which my coworker started to answer, but again, he spoke over her to talk about himself. I tried once more to interrupt politely, but he kept talking. At that point, I was done. I said, John, you really have to shut up and listen. And he was surprised, as was my coworker, but he finally stopped talking. I continued, you walked into this room with a 99% chance of getting the job. Now that chance is 0. The only reason is because in less than 15 minutes, you've demonstrated that you don't have the capacity to listen at all. So I'm telling you now, you're not getting the job. But if you take away anything from this interview, let it be this. No matter how good you are technically, if you can't listen, you'll never excel in this career. He apologized and said, can we start again? I said, you had your chance. Best of luck in your future interviews. Make sure you listen. Looking back, I know I could have handled that differently, but I still feel bad for the guy. And that's the end of the story.
Look, we need to get really serious about this.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely serious about this.
As serious as it gets.
Yeah. So what's happened here is that a classic case of sexism has been displayed.
True. Actually.
Yeah.
I didn't think of it like that.
Yeah, because it's like it's two genders, two people of one gender going up against one other person of another gender and like completely sort of like ganging up on him. Mm-hmm. So he is the victim here. He was just trying to have his voice heard, and they weren't having any of that.
Absolutely not.
They were clearly like they were being silent because they were happily wanting to ridicule him later.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
And so he merely tried to respectfully imply that he was still speaking, but they didn't want to let him continue speaking about, you know, his ability to do the job.
Yeah. So of course he had to speak over them.
Yeah,
and continue.
that's why you had to do that. The
because
thing you
they
do to
weren't
someone
being
as
respectful.
if yeah. So you do that gesture that implies you see that person as below you because like a student or like a toddler who doesn't know to shut up. That's what that gesture is. And he was only doing that because he had to resort to it.
Yeah, don't you guys understand? It was necessary. Yeah. It had to happen. If you don't do that in a job interview, you're not going to get the job. They're not going to take you seriously.
Like if there's
Please.
everyone knows that the way to get work these days is to treat it like as if you're someone trying to get kingship in the Middle Ages, where
Middle East.
No.
Quick
I
turn from
was
that
saying
one.
medieval, but my Middle East. It's like medieval. Anyway, no, Middle Ages where like it wasn't really about being powerful; it was about just being the biggest bully. And I think he clearly thought that, if I just act like I know my shit, no matter how much someone tries to imply that they might know better than me, even though they clearly weren't implying that, but he must have projected that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he thought that to be the act as much of a top dog as possible, and that'll get me the job.
Yeah, he is the top dog. He is a big boy.
He's got high intelligence, but zero wisdom.
He's the top dog of r/recruiting hell.
Oh,
Let's
man.
bring him in.
Absolutely. Oh,
so there's some comments
God.
here. Not the asshole. There's always someone like this, and maybe you gave him pause for thought in life. Maybe you gave him pause for thought in life being blunt. I don't know how to say that, but you probably avoided a future pain in the ass too.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I work with a guy exactly like this. Brilliant technical mind. You can put any system or piece of hardware in front of him, and in a month, he'll have expert level knowledge on it. But holy shit, he just does not know when to shut up. He talks over others, goes on tangents about tangents, will answer a yes-no question with 20 minutes of superfluous jargon.
I hate that so much. Oh, man. Last week, I was trying to get ready for a show that we were doing, and we were missing a speaker, a little audio cable that I was trying to go upstairs to the office to grab a spare audio cable. It's normally in a laptop bag. Wasn't it? The laptop bag wasn't there. And so I'm like, okay, where's this laptop bag gone? A coworker comes in, asks me what I'm doing. I said, I'm trying to find the laptop bag because it has the audio cable in it that we need. Instead of them simply saying, I put it in my car, I'll go down and grab it for you. Okay, cool. Sweet. All right. And then I'll head back over to get us ready for the show and that kind of stuff. Instead, he wanted to say, listen, Jack, stop for a second. Listen, you're being too stressed right now. You need to calm down. It's okay.
Don't tell me to calm down.
Don't worry. I have it, okay? I have it because of blah, 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 going on to explain why they have it. I don't freaking care why.
Right.
We have got to get ready for a show in less than a freaking hour. We need to rehearse through it still. We need to do runs and tech runs and shit. Just tell me you're going to get the audio cable. Just go and do it. No, I don't. You have it? Okay, go and get it. Okay, go and get it. Sorry.
Wait, let me finish first.
Oh my God.
Let me finish. Jack, when you raise your voice at me, do you
Sorry.
know how much that makes me pissed off, brother?
Sorry, I forget. I'm so sorry. You're going to tell me about your backstory as to why you're doing things in life. Yep, sorry.
Bad boy.
Sorry.
Well, it's a power move. Everyone needs to learn this one.
Yeah.
This will get you friends and lose you enemies.
Oh my God. I can only imagine doing that at my workplace. Oh my God.
Your boss is talking to you. My turn to talk, boss. Okay? You stop saying that shit to me, all right? I will not go and leave.
See, I'm so thankful that, like, the people I'm working with, I've kind of worked with them on and off for, like, the last 4 or 5 years. So I know if we ever did something like that as a joke, it would be implied. Like, everyone would know it is a joke.
Yes.
So it's safe enough to do that sort of banter. But even then, that's still so scary. How do you do it proudly? How do you proudly just go...
ignorance or malice.
Yeah,
choose one and
one
go all
or the
in.
other. It's
Yeah.
insane.
The house is going on red. Yeah. Let's see if this gamble pays off. So the rest of the comment, it results in the organization having a fantastic resource that nobody wants to use.
Yeah.
And it hurt his career because people will go out of their way to avoid dealing with him.
Mm-hmm.
He's been stuck as a software engineer for about 20 years. If he actually lost his job, I legitimately don't know how he would pass an interview to get another one. Hell yeah. So, life lesson, don't be like this guy.
It really goes to show, like, in the end of the day, your skills don't mean anything if you suck at being fun to work with. Like, anyone would rather someone who's mediocre at their job, but an absolute blast to be around. Like, sadly, social skills are the dominant factor in today's society more than people tend to, I guess, acknowledge or even realize.
Case in point, guys.
I don't know about me. I don't know about my social skills. I'm good at self-deprecating myself, and I'm good at baiting. I'm good at baiting myself into being accepted.
Look at how many roles you've landed yourself in things. Stop it, guys.
No. That doesn't count.
Tall poppy syndrome.
No,
Tall poppy
those
syndrome.
casting directors and stuff don't know me personally to know, like,
Nothing to do
oh,
with that.
hey, he's fun to work with.
No,
They don't know that.
Things you've achieved through these processes, though.
Look, I would say I got this full-time job now purely because they trusted, like, they found me socially very warming and accepting to work with, that kind of stuff. I can absolutely agree to that. So, shut up.
Okay,
you win this
fair
one.
enough, Jack. Whatever you say, buddy.
Hello. Let's get on to story number 2.
Let's do it. Let's go.
Okay. Am I the a-hole for expecting my girlfriend to move out after she broke up with me, even though she has nowhere else to go? I, 27 male, have been with my girlfriend Megan, 26 female, for 4 years, and we've lived together for 2 of them. We live in a house I inherited from my grandmother. Megan quit her job a while ago to pursue her master's degree full-time since her bachelor's wasn't opening any doors.
You know what's funny? Americans, they're like, it's not Megan, it's Megan. A lot of Americans say Megan and not
If anyone
Megan.
says that in the comments, I will find you.
It's just such a little thing. But there was one story I read with that, and everyone was like, why do you say it like that?
Oh my God.
Megan is M-E-E. And it's like, no, it's not here. You guys don't understand. You're not from here. But
Yeah, you guys also don't have healthcare, so...
You foreigners.
Yeah, you foreigners don't know the English language.
So continue.
All right, so you quit a job to pursue a master's degree full-time since her bachelor's wasn't opening any doors. I've been supporting her financially and emotionally while she's been in school. To be clear, I never resented that. I wanted to support her goals, and I was proud she was pushing forward in life. Her program is intense, and she's even taking summer courses. I work full-time, and I also take care of the house, which means some things slip through the cracks. I cook, clean, and try to keep things in decent shape. It's not perfect, but I genuinely don't think it's bad. I'd comfortably have friends over without worrying about the place looking or smelling off. I'm not an amazing chef, but I know my way around the kitchen. But yeah, they're mostly basic dinners. The past couple of months have been hard. Megan's stress levels have been through the roof, and tensions between us have grown. She's been unhappy with how I clean or cook, saying I don't meet her standards. Jesus.
What is going on here?
Wow. I get that she's overwhelmed, but I felt like nothing I did was ever enough. I still tried to be patient and supportive, but things hit a boiling point and we had a big argument. Megan
Megan
broke up with me. It hurt, but I honestly think it was for the best. We were clearly not making each other happy anymore, so what was the point anymore? But here's the problem. Now that we're no longer together, I think it's fair for her to move out, but she doesn't agree. She says she has nowhere else to go, and that if she's forced to leave, she'll have to drop out of her program. Her mom and stepdad live the RV life, and she doesn't have friends who can take her in. Wow, I wonder why she doesn't have friends.
Dude, what? Wait, Megan doesn't have any support
Yeah,
group?
McGain doesn't have friends.
Megan, sorry. Oh my god, I did it. I said Megan. Oh, no. They're influencing me. They're in my head.
Damn Americans.
Dude, what the hell?
They're invading.
Megan?
They're invading your head. They found there's oil there.
It's been 6 years and they've finally gotten inside.
She did receive a decent amount of money from her own grandmother when she passed, but she used most of it to cover her tuition. I know she wasn't blowing it. It really did go to school, but now she's tapped out and stuck. I get that this situation sucks. I don't want to see her crash and burn, but I also don't feel like I should have to keep living with someone who broke up with me. I've already given her 45 days to figure something out, even though legally I'm only required to give her 30. She's now trying to say she wants to work things out.
Oh, dude, a little too late.
Yeah, but to me, it feels more like panic and desperation than a genuine desire to fix the relationship. I don't hate her, but I don't think it's healthy for either of us to keep living together in this limbo. So, am I the a-hole for expecting her to move out after she broke up with me?
Just on the surface level, how is he supposed to date anyone with his ex living with him in the house? How would anyone that is potentially like wife material in the future see that and be like, yeah, this is a perfectly normal and acceptable situation for your ex to still be living and relying on you in your house. There's no red flags here.
I can't wait to have to deal with that dynamic with someone I've just met.
Yeah, I can't wait to deal with the ex that relies on him, being pissed off at me for being the new woman in his life. If that were to be allowed to happen in the first place. And I always say, like, when people get in these ridiculously terrible situations for themselves, looking into the future in this situation, if that were to happen, you're like, 10 stops ago were where you're supposed to get off. 10 stops ago was like a moment where that is a deal breaker for like everyone with sense.
Yeah.
And you let it go 10 stops further, and every step of the way was something tragic and just not acceptable, and no one should have this experience in their life, and yet you allowed this to happen. So like, looking forward, everything that happens after allowing this girlfriend or ex-girlfriend to stay in the house is just going to be unacceptable. I don't think anyone, if you make friends and your friends come over to hang out at your house and like, what's she still doing here? Didn't you guys break up?
Yeah.
You're like, they're like, brother, what is going on?
Yeah, hey, you want to socialize in this environment where there's clear tension between two people that you're going to have to really be stuck in the middle of, like a tension sandwich? Fun, delicious.
Yeah, so good. Or you have to start making concessions where you can never hang out at your house because she's there. Sorry, guys, we're going to have to go to the bar for this one. The ex-girlfriend's at my place right now, and she doesn't like company. You know how ridiculous that sounds? She broke up with you. It's okay to kick her out.
Yeah.
If she has to learn the hard way that she has to be nice to people and gather a support network that will support her. Maybe this will be the rock bottom that she hits so that she can learn to be a better person. Because it doesn't sound like she has cultivated an environment in which she will have support if the worst happens. Sounds like
she was not smart about this at all. But even then, at the same time though, I kind of fear that if it was to encourage her not to break up with him, like, I'd rather she did break up with him now than, hide this clear intention underneath the entire rest of the relationship until she finished. Like, I mean, the fact too that she was saying that he wasn't doing enough for her and not meeting her standards, like, that exposes so much as to who she's going to be in the future. Once she finishes getting this degree, where she's most likely going to be earning more than you if she does get a job after studying, she's going to see you as a lesser man then. Like, she clearly already sees him as a lesser man if the way he's doing right now, that he kind of owns this place. He cooks and cleans for her, Regardless if it's bland and standard, he's still doing all this stuff for her. That's insane.
In most people's eyes, he's a complete catch.
Yeah. I mean, like, okay, yeah, sure, they're not making the most fanciest meals, but if that's an issue for you, then why don't you learn to make some fancier meals, you know?
No, Jack.
Oh, sorry.
The ideal man has to be 6 foot, 6 figures, 6 abs, and 6 inches.
And if not, then he better be 6 feet under.
Yeah,
Anyway.
he will be if he keeps that up.
Yeah, so as people were pointing that whole thing out, like the goal to like judge someone based on their standards when you aren't even applying those standards to your own self and life and that kind of thing. That wasn't satisfied with the service or didn't contribute around the house. Opie does let us know that she did prior to entering the program that she's doing, but we have different standards or definitions of what's clean or what's good. So, look, maybe this is a case where his standard of cleanliness isn't like, you know, it's okay if there's 1 or 2 shirts on the couch or something like that. That's probably his standard of like, that's not a mess. That's something that at any point I can just pick up if, you know, someone's coming over and put it away. Like, I'm not going to make that a priority right now when there's no other guests, when we're both very, you know, just relaxing at the end of the day, etc. For some people, that's disgusting. That's frustrating. It's annoying. Like, it's like there.
What's the first thing they see when they walk in the door?
Yeah.
If it's that kind of mess, even though for me that seems trivial, for them that's going to be such a big deal. And if they see it enough times, I can understand the resentment compounding, but like, seems like a beggars can't be choosers situation to me. And maybe this should have been communicated earlier instead of communicated when you're like breaking up with them.
There is an irony in it though, because I always feel when those things are an issue to someone, I don't know, for me personally, whenever I've been in a relationship where something like that was an issue for me, like, okay, yeah, there was something that was left somewhere, I would just clean it up myself, because clearly it's not an issue to them and their comfort. It is an issue to me. It's my issue. I will resolve it. Unless they're the one constantly leaving it there for me to deal with.
It's like that story with at the shower, and you know they pull the handle or push it down.
Yes.
Like that.
It's that.
Like
it's
how that was like 20 years, and she was still pissed off about it. It's like that.
It's exactly that.
She could deal with it for 20 years. What about that? Just resent your husband for 20 years.
Come on.
Come on,
what everyone does. It's the newest thing of white people.
Oh, that was an insane story.
That
and
was
there's
crazy.
Still people that are like on both sides in the comments for that one. I saw that.
Oh,
that
of course,
was
because
so
there's some people out
funny.
there who hate having to, I guess, go out of the way to make their life happy for themselves. They'd rather people do it for them. And when they can't get that sort of service from someone they love, quote unquote, they think that person hates and despises their existence, even though it's like, well, this is just your own
doing.
Yeah, this is your own preference.
If it's me, I'm just going to go tap it and have a shower.
Yeah.
It's so normal. Why is that a problem?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
This again, this whole thing where it's like if there's a shirt left on the couch and you don't like clothes being left on the couch, okay. If it's sometimes your clothes being left on the couch, then you kind of got to acknowledge that that's sort of your issue.
Yeah.
But if it's like your partner's clothes constantly being left on the couch, then it's fair to be like, hey, could you not just leave them piled on the couch like that? Just leave them piled on your side of the bed or something like that. Things like that where it's like, don't get in the way of your partner's sort of routine in the household if you are someone who is going to be a bit messier than they are.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree with you more on there, Jacko.
I wasn't done speaking, actually. Okay.
Bad. Sorry.
If we can just get a bit serious for a second.
Schizophrenic, racist software engineer has an opinion. Sorry, give me a second.
I just want to say,
yeah.
that if you guys reckon we should make out, just let us know in the comments.
No!
And we will do it. We will.
Not again! They're in my walls! Stop it! Stop telling him telepathically to make out with me!
You guys should kiss.
No!
You guys should kiss.
Stop it!
I'm straight.
He's straight as a wet noodle.
Anyway, thoughts are not the a-hole.
Yeah, not the asshole, brother.
Not the a-hole.
Guys.
Yeah, no, screw that. As someone in his young adult years broke up with someone, mutually broke up with someone, but we still lived together for like at least about 2 weeks. No.
Yeah, like
God,
been there, done
no. Leave. Just leave.
What's the end of that saying? Been there, done that, got the postcard? Is that the end
All
of
I've
that
ever heard
saying?
was been there, done that. I've never heard anything further than that.
Surely there's an end to it. Been there,
Been there,
done,
done
that.
that.
Longer saying.
Longest saying.
Surely. Been there, done that. I guess it's just been there, done that.
Yeah, no,
I'm sure someone in the comments, can give us one. I don't know. Like, I'm sure I've heard got the postcard as well.
Been there, done that, got
know.
the postcard.
Something like that, a continuation of it.
Yeah.
Jacko has been there and done that at least.
Yeah, I have.
So he knows from personal experience.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. It's not worth it. 2 weeks in hell? No, thank you.
Mm.
What's a good joke here? Talk about Love Island. That was more like Resentment Island.
What?
I'm trying to think of a good joke.
That was
for it.
so dumb.
That's so bad.
That was so dumb.
More like Hate Island, am I right? Anyway, guys, next story by Juggernaut Slow. Like my brain tonight. Am I the asshole for skipping my brother's wedding because I wasn't invited to the engagement party?
Ooh.
Well, just off the basis of that, would you... I'd be offended, personally.
Yeah, wait, so was it
You
brother-in-law?
did. Am I
No.
just brother? Skipping my brother's wedding because I
Yeah.
wasn't invited to the engagement party. Why weren't you invited to the... I have a twin brother.
Oh!
That's even worse.
Clearly, they suspected you are. Clearly, you are the twin brother in all those porno movies
Jesus
who
Christ.
sleeps with the other person's partner.
Yeah. Just before the
If
story.
they exist, I don't know if they exist. They exist? I don't know if they exist. Do they exist?
I'm just going to go off the fact. I'm going to guess.
I don't
I've
know.
not seen any movies where the twin brother sleeps with the brothers.
Yeah, I've just read about people who look at porn.
I just read about what the fuck does that mean? But I just go people watching every now and then.
I just people watch people who look at porn.
I just go looking at
I get
the
my binoculars.
library.
I'm like at the park. I'm just looking at apartment windows, just like, there's someone. I see. They're watching some BBC. Wow, I can check that off my list. Oh, yeah.
Truly the best form of acting training.
Oh, that one's trying to convince their husband to try out that new move. Oh, that's another one. Yeah, it's
add that to the list.
trying to save their marriage. Lovely. Oh, yes.
Oh my god. Okay. You are derailing the derailing. Jesus Christ. So, I don't know. That's a tough one. This is a juicy situation, guys. I'm going to... You like that? This is an interview, Jack.
Sorry. Sorry. Yep, I wasn't going to speak. I was going to listen
No, I
because
like
I'm
it.
a respectful interviewer.
I like your derailing, but what the fuck was that scenario, brother? I, 28 male, have a twin brother. Growing up, we were inseparable, and until recently, I thought we were still very close. I was always more of a shy nerd, and he was an extrovert that played sports throughout our childhood and high school. But we spent almost all of our time together by choice. We went our separate ways when college came. He stayed local in Arizona, and I went to college in Portland. When I graduated, I stayed there because I fell in love with the city. My friends are here, my professional networks from internships were here, etc., but I always flew back home for holidays, events, birthdays, etc. My brother announced on Instagram that he and his girlfriend of 3 years got engaged. I was incredibly happy for him and texted him congrats. He mentioned that they were planning to have an engagement party in 6 to 8 weeks, and I told him to let me know so I can book a flight to come celebrate. I was never told a date. If I brought it up with him or anyone in my family, they'd change the subject or say it's still being planned and confirmed.
Oh, that's immediate red flag on this situation. I was ready to assume that maybe he was just a forgetful idiot. Like, just love you're too busy thinking about so many other things.
That's really harsh.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus, that is harsh.
Oh, man, that sucks.
After a few weeks, I texted my brother to ask about the date because it must be getting close and I don't want to pay for a last-minute flight. No response. I asked my mum for details and she said, it's not really an engagement party. It's just a small dinner with family. There's no need to come to it. There's no need to come down for it. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. So that was the statement. This is the statement. It's not really an engagement party. It's just a small dinner with family. There's no need to come down for it. Continuing. I eventually found out that it was, in fact, a big party. They rented out an entire restaurant for 4 hours, and there were about 80 guests. Family, friends, cousins, everyone. Everyone was told that I couldn't make it. My aunt, who was like a second mother to me, texted me that she was very disappointed I couldn't make time to join, and I replied that I would happily have come, but I was not invited. Word spread quickly about my snub, and my parents and brother tried to say that it was just a misunderstanding.
Oh, fuck off.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
That's so fucking tragic.
Oh.
I can't imagine.
I don't know any. I don't want to even joke about this. This is really
I know,
just
it's
like
harsh.
it's so weird that we can like. Oh man.
And it's like, you know, he flies down for events and everything and birthdays. Like, how do you come back from this?
Yeah.
How do you fly down and like spend time with them again after this?
This is too.
This was almost a year ago. Since then, I've tried to get to the bottom of why I wasn't invited. Over the course of months, it went from, it was just meant to be a small gathering, to, I don't know what happened. There must have been a miscommunication. To, it's just a party. It's no big deal. Oh, yes, it is. I asked my brother if he was mad at me. I thought maybe his fiancée didn't like me. Even if she or he didn't want me there, why were my parents okay with this? This really wasn't like them. Christmas and Easter was awkward as hell because no one but me wanted to address the elephant in the room. Oh, no. You're alone in this.
Yeah.
And any conversations about anything was like small talk with strangers.
Oh.
Bro.
Your own family.
Your own family has just iced you out. When I visited in May for my sister's birthday, I left early after my sister said, "You moved so far away, it's like you're not really family anymore. You make everything feel so weird now."
Oh,
bro.
Oh, far out.
9 months ago, I got the save the date announcement, and 6 months ago, I got an invitation to the wedding. I wasn't asked to be in the wedding party, which is fine, and wasn't surprising at this point. My sister and younger brother were asked to be in the wedding party, so that was another snub. I didn't get a +1 for my girlfriend that I've been seeing for almost a year and a half, but my sister, however, got a +1 for her friends with benefits. Oh, yes, dude. So good. Oh, yummy, yummy. It just keeps getting better.
Oh, God.
So I decided I wasn't welcome, and I was probably only invited for optics and to play Happy Family.
Yeah.
I didn't RSVP no, since I knew that would cause a shit show. I just didn't go. The wedding was this past weekend. No one contacted me about missing the rehearsal dinner, so I guess even if I did go, I wasn't invited to that either, or expected to be there.
Yeah.
I started getting calls and texts about an hour before the ceremony asking where I was, if my flight was delayed, how far along I'll be, etc., and I ignored them. They stopped for a while during the ceremony, but started up again right after. I finally picked up to my mum's call and she screamed, "Where the hell are you?" And I replied, "In Portland, where you all prefer me to be." She said, "This is your brother's wedding. How could you embarrass us?" I answered, it's just a party. It's no big deal, right?" It was probably the first time in my life that my mother was speechless. After a few seconds of silence, I said, "Tell everyone I said hi." And I hung up. Now I'm getting calls and texts from everyone saying I was being petty and ruined the day. So am I the
Wow.
asshole here? I feel like I'm just matching their energy and dropping the rope. Bro,
I don't think you're matching their energy at all. You're literally, like, rightfully giving yourself some self-respect. Like, I can only imagine. They have proven time and time again how to treat you in a family dynamic. Why the hell would you give them your time like this?
Yeah, how many times do you have to get snubbed
Yeah.
before you, like, stand up for yourself? Like, what is going on? Another comment here. I'd ask, if I have the power to ruin the day, why didn't you call when I missed the rehearsal dinner? If it was so
Yeah.
important, why didn't anyone call me in the weeks beforehand to find out why I hadn't RSVP'd, to find out my flight plans? Mum, you didn't notice that I wasn't in the guest bedrooms the night before? I suspect that it ruined the day because others remembered my existence and wanted to see me more than you all did.
Yeah.
It's been clear from the get-go that I was not welcome and that my being there would ruin things. I wasn't invited to any of the other pre-wedding festivities, and Sister said that it was weird when I was there. My girlfriend of over a year wasn't welcome at all, so I stayed home with her. She likes having me around. And don't forget to add, I wasn't even given a seat at the family table, so where was I meant to sit if I showed up?
Yeah.
You've all made it clear that you don't see me as family, so don't be mad when I act the part.
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not the arsehole. I bet your sister gave you a big clue of what your family is thinking. OP says, you're right, unfortunately.
Ugh.
That is so harsh. Like, I don't know. I think a lot of people would want an update to this to be like,
Yeah, how are you
why?
doing?
How are you
You
doing?
okay?
You know, dude, stare into the bush and it's staring back at you.
Oh, God.
I don't know. Like, obviously, it's not the arsehole. It just feels like a relationship advice story at this point. It's like,
What do you
am I
do?
the arsehole for skipping his wedding? Is there really going to be people that are like, despite all of that, you were still an
You are
arsehole?
clearly a monster.
You were clearly
They
unhinged.
spent money on giving you a spot at this wedding. And the fact you didn't turn up, clearly you owe them that money. It doesn't matter how they treated you in the past. It's how they're treating you in the now. And how they treated you was by not even making any effort to check why you hadn't RSVP'd yet, even though they would have already got that all confirmed by, much more time before the wedding actually happened. Mm-hmm. But they called you up now. See, now they're calling you. Now they're talking to you. And yet you're pushing them away. They've given you an olive branch to explain your actions. And you've just expressed the selfishness. Of course you're the a-hole.
Finally, the voice of reason that
Thank
we've all been
you.
waiting for.
Yeah.
Well, and he wasn't even there to hit her in person with the, oh. Sorry, Mum. A real one's talking right now.
He's just on the phone. He's like,
And she felt that through the phone.
Yeah,
That's why she was
yeah.
speechless.
yeah. Yes.
Yes.
No, but like it's like that. Like he should know that his mother knows best. It's like that song from Tangled. Mother knows best, and that song is fact.
What song is that?
Mother knows best.
I don't think I've heard that song before.
Mother
guys.
knows best. Listen to your mother.
I might have not heard that song before.
great.
Oh, from Tangled?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I haven't watched Tangled. I've
Get
watched.
the fuck out of
I've
here.
watched most of Squid Game season 3.
Nah, you haven't seen Tangled. That's bullshit. I'm done about
Nah, he hates me now, guys. I'm sorry, I'm not a Disney file. Christ.
Disney file. Jesus. Is that a term? Is that a thing?
I think it is. Yeah.
Disney file. Of all the terms to explain to someone who's a fan of Disney, you want to go with the one that has the same ending sound as. But no, is it really a thing?
Look at this website. Look at this website. Jesus Christ. Yeah, Disney file. It's an Urban Dictionary term. It's like a unofficial official term.
Oh, God.
Hardcore fan of Disney products and media who loves and knows almost every Disney movie and song. Would you like it used in a sentence?
No, let's just.
Why
No, I'm good.
Why in the world would you get married at Disney World? They must be insert word with an S on the end.
That's so bad. Oh, no.
Dude, have you seen that? You've seen that movie 5 times already, but it's so good. Shut up, you filthy insert. What?
God, Urban Dictionary is insane. That is insane.
Okay, well, I think we have that story fairly well covered now,
Yeah,
guys.
I think we've all gotten well depressed from that story and ending
Yeah.
it on Disney files. Am I the a-hole for telling my soon-to-be ex-mother-in-law that she's the one who taught her son he could cheat and think he'd get away with
Oh, yeah,
it?
what was this title?
There's a weird title. So, telling my soon-to-be ex-mother-in-law that she's the one who taught her son that he could cheat and think he'd get away with it. So, clearly, son's cheated and is upset as to how he got caught out for it. And this mother-in-law is like, oh, how could he turn out like this? And
I thought I
OP's
taught him
like,
the method.
you're literally, you're the one who taught him to be like this. Okay.
Very
so,
weird enmeshment.
yeah. About 3 weeks ago, I found out that my husband has been cheating on me. The day that I found out, I packed bags for me and the kids and left. I did not confront him about the cheating. I just let him know that our marriage was over, but that I hope to work with him on an amicable divorce and custody arrangements. Of course, he did all the cliche begging, crying, swearing he would change. It was a mistake and it meant nothing, blah, blah, blah. I just said, that's nice. Well, let me know where to send the divorce papers. He was shocked. He told me before that his dad cheated on his mum, but she was able to forgive him. He must have expected me to do the same.
So yeah, it's the same thing, yeah.
But you're meant to be like my mommy.
You're supposed to be like my mom, dude. She forgave my dad. It's
Yeah.
that easy. If she can do it, you can do.
What I'm admitting here is that I see you as my mom. Yeah. Yeah.
You're literally my mother.
Yeah.
So forgive me.
I have had
sinned.
children with you, and I view you as my mom.
Yeah, dude.
Let yourself analyze that psychologically.
There's a reason people say bang maid all the time. You know, that's what these guys are looking for.
Goddamn. Since then, I've only communicated with him about the girls. He is running in circles trying to get me to react to anything else he says. I give him nothing. He has begged me to just talk to him. I said that there is nothing to talk about. My mother-in-law confronted me outside the gymnastics gym. I was going to hand the girls off to her so they could spend time with Dad. So, mother-in-law told me that she was very disappointed in the way that I'm handling all of this, that she expected more maturity from me, and that she hopes it doesn't impact the girls negatively long term. I let her say what she wanted. She is allowed her opinion, but she looked at me, waiting for a response of some kind. So I asked her, "Why are you directing your anger at me when your son is the one who ended this marriage?" She said that I'm the one who chose to end the marriage, not him, that he was willing to work on it and
That's
go
some
above
bullshit.
and beyond.
No, what? That's some next level burying the hatchet there. Jesus Christ. He's like, no, dude. You're the one ruining it. I know he cheated, but at least he wants to fix it. What?
Oh my God.
What is wrong with people?
This mother is the kind who would find out that like her daughter's being abused by by her like son-in-law, and the son-in-law apologizing, she'd be like, "Oh, that's okay then.
Yeah,
that's okay."
He's a good boy.
He's a good boy.
He
He
didn't
just-
mean any harm.
He just has some issues, but you as the wife need to be able to support him through his struggles.
You're making
Like-
a big deal out of it.
Yeah.
Literally, no one cares. You just need to calm down and be the bigger person, all right?
Oh,
you
man.
need to be the bigger person as the victim here.
Oh,
How
yeah,
about
yeah.
you be
yeah.
the bigger
As
person?
the victim, you need to, yeah. Oh, it's so typical. So typical. I understand that he's a dangerous person to be around, but you need to show that you're stronger. Mm-hmm. Don't run away. Don't care about your safety and your kids' safety. No.
Be the bigger person.
Yeah.
Please. Let's just forget about this and let live and let live. Right,
Oh,
guys?
God, I hate
Kumbaya.
that so much. Okay, let's get back to the story. Okay. Yeah. So she said she said that I was the one who chose to end the marriage, not him, that he was willing to work on it and go above and beyond to prove that it was a mistake and all that nonsense, and how it was the most shocking how cold I'd become, that I won't even talk to him. I said, well, what
did you
is
expect? Yeah.
Well, what is there to say? He decided to end the marriage. The time to go to marriage counseling was before he did what he did. There is nothing left to salvage. He made the decision, and now he lives with the consequences. She was getting herself all worked up and upset. Oh, boo-hoo, don't you feel bad about tearing apart this family? Don't you want your daughters to grow up in a stable home? How could you walk away after all this time? She said she couldn't imagine breaking up her family over something like this.
One. Yeah, because she didn't.
Yeah. I said, well, maybe if you had, your son wouldn't think he can cheat without consequences. You're the one who taught him this. She got that big shocked look on her face, told me that I was being needlessly cruel monster over all of this.
I can't handle the truth.
So she acknowledges then that the behavior here is wrong if she feels like a cruel monster for, having that accusation on
Yeah,
her.
but she has no actual comeback.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, she's like, how dare you offend me with something I clearly am actually insecure about?
We all know if you can't fight the point, start throwing personal attacks.
Yeah.
It works every time.
Yeah. OP's a cruel monster now, and oh, boo freaking who, she's disappointed. I'm not keeping the girls from him. I'm being helpful with those arrangements, and I plan to be generous when it comes to splitting time. I have no interest in taking anything that wasn't mine when we entered into our marriage. But somehow, I'm the cruel monster? How? I honestly theorize that this mother here, like the mother-in-law, she's just polyamorous and doesn't realize it. Like, that's why she's actually been okay with her partner cheating. She's like, actually, I'm totally fine with this.
I'm cool with him having as many partners as he wants.
Yeah,
But if
yeah.
I have any partners myself, he starts getting antsy about it.
Oh, God.
He starts having a problem with it for some reason. But I'm allowed to embrace his polyamory, but it's a problem when I do it.
Yeah, this
apparently.
mother-in-law, like, she
And
wasn't
I'm okay
familiar
with this.
She wasn't familiar with polyamory back in her time. She just referred to it as cheating. But she was probably that kind of person who was like, you know what? I actually find my husband exhausting, and if he goes off to someone else for a bit, fine. More time for
Keep
me
him
alone.
out of my hair.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah. You go deal with him. You go have fun over there, sweetie. I'm gonna actually have some time to myself for once.
That's it. You bring back those lovely diseases back home. They are welcome in the matrimonial bed. Oh, Christ.
Oh, man.
And then like, we're back in my day, we just shut up and grit our teeth.
Yeah.
Now they got these hippie therapists and, you know.
What's funny too, most of those therapists out there are the same age demographic as these boomers that complain about them being hippie therapists.
Yeah, exactly. And what? You can't have a good old polyamorous setup anymore without someone whinging. What? Just stick it out in the marriage. What is wrong with you? Yeah. So I just think it's crazy the amount of defending that she's doing. Those kids are going to be messed up if that mother-in-law is allowed like unsupervised visitation of them, which they're going to have unsupervised visitation when they're at the dad's house. This is like, maybe it's like the unprofessional life advice, whatever it is, like the life pro tips that are bad. But it's like, this is why people go and cross state lines with their kid and started life there, because then you can't enforce the custody agreement in the other state in order to protect your kids. But a lot of the time, you're kidnapping the child and keeping them from the good family.
Yeah.
So, don't take that. Not my unethical life pro tip. Not applicable in this one.
Yeah, let's not do that.
I can see why it happens, though.
Yeah. A comment here that says, mild everyone sucks here. Her choosing to stay in her marriage is her decision and hers alone. If her son took the wrong message from that, that's its own issue. But of course, you are 100% right for standing firm and cutting through the victim-blaming bullshit. That's fantastic. But I don't think it entitles you to judge others for making a different choice. Counterpoint, though, she was only making these points about this mother-in-law being the reason that, the husband behaved like this was because that she was trying to pry into OP's own relationship as to what she should be doing and how she should be doing it right. Like,
I don't get it. If the mum made a terrible life choice that has had consequences that now affect her own life directly, why can't she point that out and laugh in her face and say that? It's like, literally, your life choices have directly impacted my life circumstances. What makes you an asshole for saying, like, pointing fun at that? What makes her an asshole in that instance? I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't understand. There's nothing wrong with what OP did. It's like a 1-to-1 here. And she deserves to be laughed at. She stayed with her cheating husband. That's just sad.
Yeah.
And it doesn't sound like it's had great effects because she doesn't recognize, it was wrong and it destroyed my family. No, it was great that it happened, and you should allow it as well because look how happy I am with my life. Yeah. No, I think she deserves the scrutiny personally.
Yeah. I just got to highlight this beautiful back and forth between two people here. So someone says, like, you're not the a-hole for doing anything you feel you need to do for yourself or your girls. Now, I'm going to skim through this entire, essay of a comment here. Big caveat is this: is he good with the girls? Does he usually do his share of the house and work management? Did he truly and innocently think having an affair was normal, or even something just happened and you get over it? Because a lot of the times kids are raised to believe that based on how their parents act, they think those sort of things are normal. So he's begun to realize that must be normal then. I can see how at this point, for only the girl's sake, you try mediation therapy as a final attempt to flush out all the unknowns and see if he truly can change. So go to therapy with him. Actually try to work things out maybe. My husband had an emotional affair on me for 2 months, and I found out right before it got physical. It was one of his coworkers, and we separated for 5 months. It was the worst. Am I fully over it? No, I'll never be. I get the occasional bad dream of it happening again, but the difference was we worked on it. Now remember, this person is trying to imply that this is that OP should stay. and experience this. Apparently, this is what you should do.
Yeah.
For a year now. For a year now, they've had these nightmares. Still. We healed
so
together.
crazy.
He had some issues with me, and I was doing...
What's wrong with these people?
that I couldn't see, and him too. We did DBT together and learned how we affect one another properly, and he unlearned some really toxic traits he got from his parents.
What is
after
DBT? That's CBT?
Therapy, something behavioral therapy.
It's not cognitive behavioral therapy?
No, that's CBT. D is something else.
Okay.
Behavioral therapy. Anyway, his parents are horrible, and it sounds like your in-laws are too. Please set up some boundaries. Seems this man's issues from his parents more than anything else. If you have all of these things in a man, try mediated therapy through the court. And yeah, more and more.
Did the mother-in-law write this comment?
Anyway, so there's a response to this. That's a whole essay to say you're a loser with no self-respect.
The land of delusion.
I mean,
Oh
to say,
my
hey,
God.
you should stick around because I did, and
Look how happy I am.
It was the worst being
I'm
separated.
only still having nightmares. I'm only still having nightmares
I'm
every
not
day
fully
about
over it. I have bad dreams of happening again for a year now.
I'm stuck in this nightmare, but look how happy I am right now. I'm losing my fucking mind. Did you know how much therapy it took? But look how happy I am. I still have nightmares, but you can make it work. Trust me. Oh my God.
Oh, I love
That's
the
so
internet.
sad.
It is so sad.
Bro.
There are some people out there who they never grow a spine for themselves, or like that independence, like comfort in independence and like being alone, that they'll just crawl back to the person who made themselves miserable and accept that just terrible situation.
Yeah, dude, I
Oh,
can't
that's
bear
sad.
being alone with my thoughts for more than 1 minute.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being lonely for 5 seconds?
Oh, man.
Literally a sentence worse than death.
This man might have like shown me that that I'm not enough, but hey, at least it beats being alone.
Yeah, dude. I only have nightmares every night. You know how much worse it'd be if I was alone? Christ.
I'd probably have time to think about other things like my own life and what I want to do with myself.
No, I only need time to doom scroll, and when I'm not doom scrolling and filling my mind with shit, I can focus on the terrible situation that is my life,
Yeah.
and then immediately escape back to it and not have time for a second thought.
Yeah.
Guys, that's living the dream.
That's the dream,
Thank
Barry.
you.
That's
Self-help
the dream.
from me. You're welcome. Okay. Our next post is by Spirited Society, titled, Am I the Asshole for Refusing to Protect My Brother from the Consequences of His Actions? So my younger brother, 15 male, is autistic.
Oh, what a great
So what do we
start.
think of this story?
Autistic teenager.
And that's it. His actions were being autistic, and that's the consequences.
Oh, my God. Oh, no. Read the story, please.
My parents drilled it into me since we were little that he would need me to protect and stand up for him because the world doesn't understand people like my brother and their struggles.
Yes, because it's still 1983.
Yeah, so everyone that has autism or the spectrum,
What are
listening
you?
to this,
What are you?
Go
I don't
and-
understand what you are.
go find yourself a neurotypical to protect you.
Yeah, because you don't.
That's gonna fix the
We
situation.
don't comprehend you in this world.
No,
Yeah.
other neurotypicals don't understand.
Look, to be fair, I'm sure there are many people out there who are extremely ignorant about autistic people, but still, come on. It was not
This should
that
have a
bad.
gigantic the sarcasm filter.
Yeah, we need
on
a little
everything that
sign that, like,
happens.
pops up that says
the
sarcasm.
sarcasm's happening here. Absolutely. Even back then, like grandma had the gigantic cabinet
Yes.
of china that you were not allowed to touch or eat out of, and it has to be like spotless. She was perfectly normal, honestly.
Absolutely.
And the spoon collection as well,
Yep.
completely
Train
normal.
collectors, all that kind of stuff.
Definitely. And if you
Yeah.
touch the trains, I will lose my mind. Do not get your grubby little hands on the trains. They're perfect as they are. All right, back to the story.
Yep.
He doesn't have a hard time around groups, noise, or anything like that. He has no sensory problems or issue learning or doing what he likes. He's just very entitled and thinks he's so great and should get what he wants. He thinks the people he likes should like him back.
Oh.
No, it doesn't work like that, brother.
Oh.
And if he wants to be friends with you, then you need to be friends with him. And when someone doesn't want to be his friend, he's so aggressive about it.
Is he autistic or is he just main character syndrome?
Yeah,
This just sounds like
sounds
someone's
like
playing an
it.
RPG and is upset they don't get all the rewards they want.
No, you're supposed to give me the reward. Stop it. Stop stealing from me.
You're supposed to like me because I clicked the correct dialogue options.
I said I rolled a natural 20 on friendship. How come it didn't work?
Roll a friendship check for me.
And he turns into a bully. He's also a jerk when he has a crush and if the girl doesn't reciprocate. Like he's called them bitches if they didn't like him back and called others sluts if they ended up with boyfriends and not him. He rolled a natural 20 on the incel. Let's go. Dude, the incel.
Roll an
is
intel
working.
check. You get a plus 20. You do.
Oh, yeah, you get a natural 20, don't worry.
Yeah.
It comes with the territory, brother. There was a kid who he really bullied too because my brother wanted to be his friend, but he was so aggressive about it that the kid didn't want to be friends back. So he started tripping him up whenever he saw him. It's a guaranteed way to make friends. Tripping him up whenever he saw him, and he tried to embarrass him in class, would follow him around and call him unintelligent and all other kinds of stuff. This kid had a stutter, and my brother would mock him for not talking right.
Oh my god. Oh
Jesus
my
Christ.
god.
So, my parents tried to defend him to the school, but the school was like, no, he deals with consequences. But come on, he's autistic, guys, no. But this kid...
Yeah, no, can you go on?
Sorry,
Continue.
Sorry, what were you going to say, Jay?
I just know that, like, this idea that, like, oh, but he's autistic. No, he's clearly high functioning autism.
Yeah.
And, like, the idea that he shouldn't be punished just degrades and, like, infantilizes autistic people even more than they should be. Like, they are capable adults. Sorry, no, he's not an adult, but, like, they are capable people. Autism, it's a spectrum of sorts, and it's, I mean, like, there's a lot of things that are a spectrum that we don't actually, like, I don't know. It feels like
we don't
this
protect it. We don't protect it.
we don't need to protect it to
We
this
don't need
degree.
to protect it, yeah.
Yeah, like this isn't like someone who literally has some sort of learning disability. This autistic person clearly sounds like someone who's just the disability of learning is more just they need a different way to learn, not so much they are incapable of understanding consequences and that kind of stuff. Like they're not, you know, like it's like a toddler sometimes isn't able to understand why, you know, they're being punished. Which is why you try to avoid punishing them as much as just correcting them.
I don't understand why my face disappeared.
Yeah.
Now why is my face
Well,
back?
it's like when a kid makes
Where
a
did it
mess on the
go?
floor and they're like a baby. You don't be like, oh, what are you doing? You're like, oh, you made a mess. Clean it up. Here you go. Clean it up. So they know
Yeah.
they're like, oh, I make a mess. I clean it up. You know, instead of I make a mess, I'm going to be attacked now. You know, it's that sort of thing.
I've made a mistake and I'm going to go to the dungeon.
Yeah, and
Jesus.
now I'm going to be afraid of ever trying new things because if I do it wrong, I'm afraid I'm going to get punished and hurt. It's like this person isn't that brain level anymore. They're a
absolutely.
teenager that's clearly capable of being an a-hole to people. That requires a lot of brain power to be an a-hole. Like
He thought ahead and
he's
like,
thinking ahead.
he has a stutter. Let me just double down on that. He's going to love this. Man, personal insecurities are people's favorite things to be mocked.
Oh,
All right, I'll get back on track.
Yep.
But this kid has a brother, and ever since school ended for summer and my brother started at a camp, he's had to deal with the kid's brother. The kid's brother has started bullying him back and even called him a freak who needs to be locked up and kept away from others. My parents were horrified, but I wasn't. I kind of agree because he gets so bad about being rejected and even gets physical. My parents want me to intervene and protect my brother, but I said these are the consequences of his actions and I won't protect him from them. I told him I won't defend someone like him. They said I'm 17, I'm almost an adult, and I should be looking out for those who are vulnerable, like my brother. Am I the arsehole? So I'll go through a few comments as well, so we can just
Vulnerable like his brother.
Vulnerable like his
Jesus.
brother, yeah, Jesus. Not the arsehole. It seems like he's using his diagnosis of autism to be a total jerk. He knows right from wrong. OP says our parents let him do it too. Your parents are enabling him. They should be preparing him for life, not trying to cover for him when he's being an asshole. OP says that'd be helpful, but I don't think they see that as a priority. Your parents are failing your brother. In 3 years, he'll be an adult. Maybe he'll go to university or he'll go to work. Anyways, he'll have to deal with the real world alone. One day he'll say the wrong thing to the wrong person, and they will not care about his diagnosis. Worst case scenario, he can end up in jail or in the morgue. Anyways, if he doesn't get his attitude checked up, the real world will slap him hard. I know I'm too blunt, but the real world will be even blunter to him. Yeah, if he goes and says that to some like random, just insane person on the street and starts bullying them for like their behaviors and everything, instant just knife to the stomach.
It's
Some of those people don't even think. I'm not going to degrade them or, say anything like that, but we've seen a fair share of videos where someone just loses their shit.
Oh, yeah.
You put your life on the line when you fuck with people like that.
Yeah.
Like, he is asking for it at this point. Jesus.
It reminds me of there's this video online of some really way too confident about making this sort of statement where they're like, they'd be like, oh, why do some primary or high school teachers who never even finished a college degree expect you to refer to them as Miss or Mrs.? Meanwhile, actual college professors, people who actually know everything about their field, prefer they call you by their first name. Seems like they're trying to compensate for something. It's like, what are you talking about? Because you need to refer to your high school teachers as Mr. and Miss because you're still a teenager who needs to learn how to have some freaking you need to learn how to respect people still. When you're a uni student, you're expected to already know how to respect people, so you can just go by a first name basis. This guy needs to be taught.
Life.
They need, they need to be strict on him as a teen because he's otherwise going to be like this as an adult, and this sort of behavior as an adult is not going to get you
He'll
anywhere.
start doing this to people in interviews.
Oh God, he will.
Yeah, he'll do this.
Oh God, he will.
Hold up, an autistic man is speaking. I've not finished. I have 20 minutes left of speech to go. You cannot keep interrupting me like this, woman. That's
Unless you like me.
unless you like me.
Do you like me?
Yeah.
Person I'm trying to get the job for.
If you don't like me, I'll start bullying you then and degrading you in the job interview.
Jesus.
That will work. I will win friends and lose enemies.
Oh.
Yeah. Not the asshole. Just because your brother has autism doesn't mean that he gets to be an asshole and expect to get away with it. Your parents are coddling him and enabling him like this is going to cost your brother in the long run, and maybe even you as an innocent bystander since you're related to him.
Yeah.
The fact someone hasn't beaten him up yet is kind of a miracle, and he's on the way for that to happen at some point. Surprised it didn't happen at that camp. Another one, not the asshole. I'm autistic and would never use it as an excuse to be a dick. If I read a social cue wrong and said something rude or insensitive and hurt someone's feeling, I feel terrible about it, and I do everything I can to not do it again. I don't always succeed, but I try. I've always known people who are just assholes and then try to use their autism as an excuse.
Yeah,
and it's like, no, you didn't misread someone. You knew exactly what you were doing, and you smiled as you did it.
Yeah.
Some people get othered and do everything they can to make sure no one else feels like that, and some get othered and then say, I can't wait until it's my turn to step on someone.
Yeah.
Your brother needs to understand the consequences of his actions because the adult world is going to let him know real soon, and his parents won't be there to protect and cuddle him.
Yeah, this isn't a case of being autistic anymore. It's a case of just being a blatantly disrespectful a-hole. Like this...
Yeah.
Get rid of the autism and he probably would still be acting like this because it's clearly not, it's no longer some sort of mental development issue sort of thing. This is clearly a level of pettiness and personality issue that you need to correct. And
yep, fundamental personality flaw.
Yeah, maybe the only difference here is that you just have to tame or train this personality issues differently than someone who doesn't have autism. End of the day, it's still someone with a personality issue that's the problem here, not their autism. Their autism isn't the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you do bring that annoying, snarky, put downish, bullying attitude into the real world, someone will check you, and you're not going to like it when you get checked.
Oh, I'm sorry. So hang on, we're being way too serious about this.
He has autism. Can we just chill out?
Yeah. We got to stop being serious. We got to be silly.
Yeah, we got to be silly.
We got to be silly.
Oh my god, we got to have some silly antics
gotta be
and everything.
sillier.
Guys, the people in the comments requested it. I'm sorry, we can't be serious anymore.
Yeah, silly. I think that he should, if anything, just get his brother some boxing gloves and just
Yep,
like
yep.
and like tell them to go attack fellow students. Be like, hey, attack that one.
Bang.
Yeah,
Like an RPG
so you'll be
simulator.
his boxing coach,
Yeah.
and all the fellow students can be his little punching bags.
And then we'll laugh, and it'll all be such merriment and joy.
Yeah.
And everyone will come together, and we'll all be friends.
Yeah, and they'll
there
all be
won't
friends
any
because
consequences.
he'll through the power of his punches he sends affection and love, and they'll be like snuggled with his boxing gloves of happiness and joy, and they'll be his friend.
Yeah.
Is that silly? Is
that silly enough
does that
for
work?
you?
Does that work for you?
Are you entertained?
Do you need us to make out? In the comments. Do you need us to make out? Just let us know if it's not silly enough.
Okay, Jack, I'm giving you the laptop. I'm giving you the laptop. You can get off that tangent now. Stop it.
I can't wait to see the comments of this
Jack.
video.
Stop
I cannot wait.
No, we don't need that. Do not comment about Jack's comments tonight, guys. It's not funny. We will not be continuing this tangent.
Okay. This story is by Temporary Theme 1071. Am I the a-hole for telling a married woman's husband that she was sexting my boyfriend?
Yeah.
All right, next
think
story.
Think about the mother-in-law from the other story. Come on.
Yeah.
What would she have to say about this?
I'm 24 and have been dating my boyfriend for about a year. He works in a smaller office where everyone is super close, always grabbing drinks after work and texting constantly. I never had an issue with it until a few weeks ago when he started acting sketchy. He was always glued to his phone, stepping out to take calls, and flipping his screen over when I'd walk by. One night, he fell asleep with his phone unlocked, and I saw a bunch of messages from a woman he works with. Her name's Bree. They started off kind of flirty and escalated into full-on sexting. She sent pictures, he sent them back. They talked about hooking up, but not getting caught. What really set me off is she's married. I found her Instagram, and sure enough, she posts pictures with her husband and their toddler like everything's perfect. So I messaged him. I told him everything. I sent screenshots and let him know that this wasn't just a misunderstanding. He was shocked and thanked me for being honest. My boyfriend lost it. He said I completely overstepped, that it wasn't my place to ruin her marriage, and that I've now made his job miserable. Some of his friends are saying I went too far and should have just left it alone. But honestly, if I was being cheated on,
Why are the
I'd
friends
want
saying
to
that?
know.
What's no? What story
Some of
were
his
the
friends- some of his friends-
What story were the friends given?
Yeah,
were they
good
given
point.
the real story?
Yeah, I just didn't protect someone who didn't deserve it. Am I the a-hole? I honestly reckon he's been like, I wasn't even sending anything flirty. Like, we were just having banter. And then she just made all these accusations and sent it to the husband. And the husband just assumed the worst. And now I'm dealing with this drama at work.
She's
Ugh.
so crazy, dude.
She's so crazy.
You guys don't understand what I have to deal with this woman.
Yeah.
Why am I even with her, honestly?
Oh, man.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm choosing to break up with her. Okay,
Yeah.
if you hear anything about her breaking up with me, that didn't happen, all right? I broke it up.
Literally.
Because she pushed a boundary, and she disrespected me.
And I was just totally not comfortable that she revealed my cheating. That's kind of a
no,
deal
you're
breaker
cheating.
in
No,
a
you're
rela-
cheating.
No,
she
sorry.
invaded your privacy between your friends.
Look, I know I hid my phone. I didn't want her to see the awesome conversations I was having with my coworkers.
Yeah, we were having
She might get jealous.
We were having some awesome, deep, wholesome,
Deep, wholesome.
the whole
Yeah.
wholesome,
The whole hog of conversation.
wholesome conversation. Yeah, I mean, and yeah, if I can think about it right now, I'll just I was sorry,
I was motorboating my phone.
I'm just trying to think. Yeah, I was trying to think of some conversation.
Motivational conversation.
Yeah, motivation.
I was going to say, I was hiding my phone because I knew she'd get jealous. And look, just like she did, she got bloody jealous when she saw the messages. And of course, she had to ruin it for everyone.
So obviously he was in the right here because
Yeah.
he knew that she'd act drastic and break up the relationship.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What is wrong with her?
Anyway.
Seriously.
Comments do confirm that I hope you mean ex-boyfriend. Oh, I definitely do. Opie says there's no coming back from that kind of betrayal. He's out of my life for good. So thank God this isn't some case of forgiving someone's cheating because he said he was going to change.
Come on, we can do months of DBT together. We can fix this. Okay,
I will be having nightmares for at least a year, but at least I won't be alone.
Okay.
Yeah.
To fix this relationship, that's the price you pay. Nightmares every night, okay?
Oh, man.
It's better than being alone. Trust me. Trust me. You don't want to be alone.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, someone here argues, it wasn't your place to ruin her marriage. That place was already taken when she cheated and blew up her own marriage. Boom.
I was going to say, how did OP ruin the marriage?
This wasn't OP like, oh, it wasn't your place. Yeah, of course it wasn't OP's place. OP was just like, OP literally was just like window shopping and said, hey, look at that thing in the window. And everyone's like, oh, how dare you expose that to everyone? Even though it's like right there in the window
right there.
in front of everyone.
Why did you have to point it out?
Yeah.
It's obvious that the marriage was going to ruin, like, it was going to come out eventually. Why did you have to be the messenger?
Yeah.
Now I have to shoot you.
Oh my god. Now I have to shoot you. I'm sorry. That's just bang, bang, bang. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Bow, bow, bow. I'm
These are
sorry.
the consequences of your actions. You get what you freaking deserve.
I'm trying to find any controversial statements here. This is
Stop sorting by controversial.
it's just so funny. Oh, like this. Okay, I can only find one that really is decent enough. How about getting mad at your boyfriend instead of the person he was cheating on you with? Why are you focused on her marriage instead of your relationship? Because she doesn't have one anymore. What's the point of focusing on that? It doesn't exist. There's no need to anymore.
Jack fighting with the comments.
Yeah.
I will find you.
Oh, come on. Bring it on, bro. You can't fight back, and that makes me feel powerful.
Yeah. You have no power here.
I can say something right now and then throw this away, and I get to feel tough because then I don't have to read the comments. I just hide it from the notifications.
Hell yeah. As you should, King. All
Thanks.
Our next one by Lostronzo. Would I be the arsehole if I tell someone, I know you're trying to be nice, but that's one of the most hurtful things anyone has ever said to me?
Oh, no.
So,
This sounds like me when I would attempt to flirt.
would you like to get into that for us?
Sure. So, yeah, one time someone was talking about something about like their sexual orientation, about being queer, and
this can only go well.
yeah, I thought I was making a self-deprecating joke about myself because I know I'm a bit of a feminine sort of guy, and I was like, oh, that would make sense then why you found me attractive because I'm such a girly kind of guy, something like along those lines. Like I was making a dig at myself, but in like a way of like I'm not like insecure about that sort of thing.
Yep.
So I thought that we had known each other long enough that I could be like I can make this sort of self-deprecating joke based on societal expectations of me as a man, and maybe she'd like pick up on that. Like, yeah, I'm just jesting. Apparently, it was biphobic of me.
Was it? I didn't think it was, but
yeah,
sure.
When they responded to me with that, because this is like over a message, they responded to me with that, and I was like, oh, I was like literally googling biphobia of like, how am I
ChatGPT.
How am I excluding and like wanting to erase the existence of bi people by making a joke about me being a girly guy and therefore considered feminine enough to be attractive to someone who isn't like into masculine men? Anyway,
I was going to say that
she has responded, and I honestly have just been a bit busy and also kind of ashamed to read the message because like it's one of those things where it's like I feel like this person might not actually be caring to actually inform me as much as they kind of want to just throw shit at me for saying.
Was it /S or /SRS?
Wait, what? Wait, slash? Oh, right.
Did they hit you with that one?
No, I haven't read it. I haven't read it yet. I still need to read the messages just to understand. Like, I'm just. How was I being biphobic?
See, I can see why Tumblr popularized. Is that /S or /SRS? Because I can see how that could easily be a joke.
Yeah.
In like a really ironic way.
Yeah.
Like,
I think I should have made it a bit more clear it was sarcastic. It was over text, so that probably didn't help.
That's the thing. Like, it's hard to tell if it's over text.
But like, I've known this person for years. I was like, surely they'd understand the humor I have, which is like making digs on myself. Anyway.
Sucks to suck, Jack. Skill issue, actually. Back to the topic at hand.
Yeah.
Would I be the asshole if I tell someone, I know you're trying to be nice, but that's one of the most hurtful things anyone has ever said to me? So, my wife's Aunt Sally has twice told me that my parents don't love me. What's wrong with her? I don't think she meant to be hurtful, but I really hated hearing that. The first time she was upset with me and lecturing me about how to be a better husband, she presented it as a way to make allowances for me and relate to me. It was basically, I know what it's like to grow up with parents who don't give you unconditional love, but you're an adult now and you need to decide what type of person you're going to be. The second time she meant it as a compliment. A few months before my son was born, she said, I know you're going to be a loving father, even though you didn't get the love you needed growing up. That doesn't sound like a nice thing to say. Jack, I know you're going to be the best father in the world because I also know that you were abused as a child and you will not repeat that cycle. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Okay, anyway, I'm sure she meant it in a heartfelt way. It's a compliment. I have a complicated relationship with my father. He can be very obnoxious. Things have been tense between us for the past 2 years. It's a very sensitive topic for me. I have difficulty talking about it even with close friends. If you were trying to hurt my feelings, it would be hard to find a better vulnerability to poke. I'm not good at thinking on my feet. I didn't know how to respond to the first 2 times. If she says it again, I want to say, I know you're trying to be nice, but that's one of the most hurtful things anyone has ever said to me. I realize that there's a right way and a wrong way to address this, and my way is definitely somewhere in the middle. I'm just trying to find out which side of the asshole line it falls on. A well-adjusted adult would either have a heart-to-heart with Sally about the lingering feelings from what she said, or just let it go and accept that she made a mistake. On the other end of the spectrum, some people would address it with yelling and name-calling. Sally and I got along very well for several years before this happened. Now, I'm uneasy about sharing anything personal with her. I make chit-chat with her, but I don't like to get into deep conversations because I don't like the idea of her knowing about sensitive topics. I want her to feel ashamed of herself.
Jesus. I want her to rue the day that she ever spoke to me.
Said something insane like that. I'm certainly being at least a little bit of an asshole by weaponizing her compassion against her. I just want to know if I'm going too far. OP has offered the following explanation for why they think they might be the asshole. I'm planning to say something a little hyperbolic and weaponize someone's compassion against her.
Wait, so how was she weaponizing exactly?
So we'll go back to what the aunt had said.
Yeah, that, like, even though your parents never loved you or something like that.
Well, it depends on the context of how you feel like she said these things, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, I know you have your judgments on it right now and I have my feelings about it, but we'll go back to what she said.
Yeah.
First time she was upset with me and lecturing me about how to be a better husband. She presented it...
Oh, piece of he, my bad, yeah.
Him, she to him. She presented it as a way to make allowances for me and relate to me. It was basically, I know what it's like to grow up with parents who don't give you unconditional love, but you're an adult now and you need to decide what type of person you're going to be. The second time she meant it as a compliment. A few months before my son was born, she said, I just know you're going to be a loving father, even though you didn't get the love that you needed growing up.
Yeah, right. Oh.
And they're saying, in that context, was it coming from a good place or a bad place? And is it right for OP in this instance to then, I'm planning to say something a little bit hyperbolic and weaponize someone's compassion against her. I want her to feel ashamed of herself. Is that okay or is that not okay?
I honestly kind of feel like it. See, this is one of those things where I've brought this up many times where, like, shame can be a very healthy thing and a very necessary thing. But it's always in how you execute it that matters. Like, it's like, discipline in general. It's discipline can be great. For some, it can be very damaging, and if anything, does the complete opposite effect of what you want it to do.
That's the thing. It's hard to navigate this territory because I've not experienced situations like this before. All I can do is kind of... if I was in the situation, is this how I would react or respond?
It does sound like she's used this I guess, fact about OP, quote unquote, as more of a signal to OP that I know better than you because I know what you've been through in life and I know where your shortcomings are. It's like you're using that as your basis as to why you think they're going to be a great husband because I know you probably suck, but I think you'll do good, and that's what makes me a really good person because I think that you have a terrible sort of beginning platform, but I believe in you, as that's my sort of like, what's the word? Negging sort of thing where it's like, I'm not being mean, I'm just doing that high school girl version of passive aggressive, like passive bullying.
Yes.
Where it's like it's also there's like slight comments where it's like, is that a compliment or are you just being mean? Yeah.
All good. I'll let you hold on to that because I've already had my initial opinions of it muddied by seeing the comments and everything.
Oh,
so
okay.
Like, you know.
Let me make a more full comment here then.
We'll get more context, and that's why it's like... And
I'm going to say that they are right to shame this person. That's going to be my starting thoughts.
You are welcome to that.
Yeah.
In the comments, they say the quote, I'm planning to say something a little hyperbolic and weaponize her compassion against her. I want her to feel ashamed. You're the asshole. Grow up and talk to Sally like an adult.
Yeah.
Yep. We can see why he's being lectured for being a bad husband. Okay, but I know you're trying to be nice, but that's one of the most hurtful things anyone has ever said to me is way more like talking to her like an adult than it is trying to make her feel ashamed. His intention might not be laudable, but his planned words are pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
There is nothing hurtful in that statement. She's saying that he didn't have a great example of how to be a father, but is confident that he will do a better job. Where is the hurt in this? They reply, I think it's hurtful because it brings up a very painful and personal topic by someone who did not live it, was not there for OP to experience it through them at that time, and has no right to speak on it publicly. I agree. Unless he has explicitly and repeatedly said exactly what she said, it's not okay for her to take liberties with characterizing a relationship that she hasn't witnessed, especially with such a fraught issue. Unless they are close, she should not be saying it at all. She could say something about not having a good role models without bringing up how his parents felt about him. It's really personal. It's really rude to bring that up. If someone told me that my parents didn't love me, I'd tell them to shut the hell up. Most people don't like bad things said about their loved ones by others, even if we badmouth them ourselves. I can say it, but it doesn't mean that you can. Another commenter, quote, my wife Sally has twice told me that my parents don't love me. My wife's aunt Sally has twice told me that my parents don't love me. I don't think she meant to be hurtful, but I really hated hearing that. They say, but why? Because it's not true? Because it is? You have very vaguely alluded to some reasons or to some issues with at least one of your parents, but we have no idea what the history really is. Sally clearly has some idea and is trying to be sympathetic, so she is not an asshole here. Maybe she doesn't understand as well as she could, but that's not a moral failing, that's just a practical issue. Would you be an asshole for wanting to correct her misunderstanding? Or for simply wanting her not to mention an uncomfortable reality? No, you wouldn't. Either of those courses of action would be reasonable. The problem is that it isn't what you say you want. You, quote, want her to feel ashamed of herself. And that is a solid you're the asshole. Don't try to make someone feel bad when they're only trying to be nice. If you don't like the way they're doing it, communicate clearly and kindly with them to let them know. But don't try to hurt them in revenge for an accidental perceived slight.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm loving this. We got like, everyone's got everyone's like being really insightful in this comment section here. This is very rare.
Yeah.
I'm usually just like, break up, sleep with the dad, that sort of stuff. This is great.
Screw him, divorce him.
Yeah, sleep with the aunt. That's the way to get back at her.
So yeah, they're saying the messaging and the intention behind it is
Yeah.
where the devil is in the details.
It is kind of funny that like his way of like making her feel ashamed, all that kind of stuff, is literally just a heart-to-heart, respectful, like, can you please stop? It's like someone saying, I'm gonna ruin your life! And so they just put a little smudge of dirt on your shoe. It's like,
fucking asshole.
yeah.
What's wrong with you?
I'll make you pay for this.
By licking it off.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you messed up, bro. You're going down. And then running away.
Hey! The brother could learn a lesson from that. The one from the previous story. I'm sorry.
What I'm trying to say is, this is, I think it's one of those things where it's like people are both coming to the exact same conclusion. We're just coming through different pathways. Where it's like, say what this you're going to say, but the intention you have behind it is what is the problem. And yeah, I can agree to that. But I still think, at the end of the day, like, their action here is not the a-hole. I mean, sure, the intentions sound a bit villainous, but this might also be a thing where it's like, it kind of feels like this was more an emotive wording of the situation rather than the, I guess, logic that they were going to apply. Because clearly the logic they're applying here is these words, which they've all agreed is pretty reasonable wording to say. Mm-hmm. It's I don't know. I think I'm going to still stick to my thoughts. So my original thought that they're like, he's not the a-hole to want to say this. The intention behind it's a bit intense, but that feels just like someone just being genuinely hurt, and that's the words they're using to express how hurt they are.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
I think for me, I'd go with you would be the asshole if you packaged it that way. I think you should talk to your wife in this instance because it is the wife's auntie.
Yeah, it's weird that the wife hasn't been brought up in this story as like, what? Surely she would have.
What does she think of this?
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, talk it out with the wife. She's going to strike.
Yeah.
I feel like if she's a reasonable person, she will strike down the wording because she knows the aunt more than he does.
I feel like there's something where it's like, they're part, like, she is your family too, and at the same time as well, like, you want to maybe check in with your wife about, like, hey, your aunt, how is best I should approach her about this, because I really find it disrespectful.
Yes. And she can help you process the wording and the language of it so it doesn't come off as like you're trying to start a fight.
Yeah.
You're trying to cause a rift in that relationship, you know.
I think that's a good, because if he does decide to just ignore getting the wife involved, then that clearly is that sign of like, oh, does he actually want to resolve this? Or does he want to have her like a, hey,
that's going to cause a fight with the wife.
Yeah.
If he goes over the wife's head.
Yeah.
You know? And it's like, now you're starting shit in my family. And he's like, well, it's my family too.
Yeah.
Shit. So last one. Last comment on it. How defensive and angry you're getting about it kind of feels like it is true. It might not have been any of her business to say those things, but your response and what you're writing in here and how much you want to make her suffer instead of just talking to her about it, definitely you're the asshole. And it really sounds like this is a big, sore, and sensitive spot for you. You really should consider looking into why you're reacting so strongly to the things that she is saying. If you do have unresolved issues with your parents, then that's coming out in your daily life, and it will help you and others around you try to deal with some of those feelings. I can look for a controversial one.
Yeah. Let's get silly.
Is there any controversial? Let's see what he says. We shouldn't be able to start by the top. Okay, no assholes here.
Ooh.
This is essentially a person walking up to you and picking a scab. There was no reason for her to throw in a comment about your parents.
Walking up and picking a scab.
You're going to be a loving father, full stop. There's also no reason for you to pull this out of proportion. Just tell her this is a sensitive topic and you don't want her to bring it up. She isn't nice. Just say, please don't talk about my parents. Not to me, not to others. It's hurtful. Whoa, yeah.
That's pretty controversial.
Okay, and a Jack opinion. This may not be a... I'm kidding.
Jack, come on, what's my opinion? What's my opinion?
This may not be a popular opinion, but I think it needs to be said. You're not the asshole, but I think there are some things you were doing right and some things you could do better. I didn't hear Sally say your parents didn't love you. What I heard was they didn't give you unconditional love or love you the way that you deserved. There's a huge difference. They probably loved you the best way they could. Sometimes that leaves a dent in a person. I don't know anything about your childhood, but you said there were issues. I'm going to make an assumption based on the information provided and say that Sally absolutely meant you no harm, and it was her way of saying that you have grown into a great person and she knows that it wasn't always easy. You already know what the right thing to do is, and I think that you coming here to talk about it was probably so that you could talk it out before you say something you can't take back. It sounds like Sally was probably an influential person in your life and could be for your child as well. Remove the hurt that the past is coloring your emotions with and talk to her. I bet she would be horrified to know that her words invoked that emotion in you.
I don't know, assuming that someone isn't entirely malicious with the things they say.
Yeah, what?
Obviously, she was being
Bro,
malicious.
the world is out to get me, Jack.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that.
Only bad things can happen.
That unpopular opinion of mine is such a stupid opinion.
Terrible.
It should have agreed that the auntie was obviously intending to be malicious and evil, and is trying to break you both up because she secretly wants you. Yeah. So she wants them to break up, so the aunt can then swoop in and be like, "I'm going to take care of you."
She's going to build you up by breaking you down first.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right, let's read this next story. Sufficient tie 1708. Oh, why is it? I just saw the word poop in the title already. Oh no.
It's going to be good.
Oh god.
Do you want to read this one? You can read the next one if you want.
No. Am I the a-hole for not telling a woman she was about to sit in poop?
Mm-hmm. Not telling them, though. You see that they're about to sit in the poo.
I want to know how. I really can't wait to see how much time they had to inform this person. Like, if it was like, whoa. Yeah, if it's one thing if it was like, you saw it for like 2 seconds for your brain to register, that's poop. She's going to sit on poop.
My bad.
Okay, but if it was like for 5 minutes, that's poop there. Yep. Hi, want to take a seat?
I'm inviting you to
take a seat.
Yeah.
Sit there.
I did that. Sit on it.
I did that.
I'm like the rug carpet guy from New York. Step on me. Sorry, that's a bit too deep for you.
All right, let's read the story. Okay, yeah. Am I the a-hole for not telling a woman she was about to sit on poop? I, 26 male, was at a crowded park recently where there were food trucks set up and people sitting around eating. Seating was pretty limited, and most people were sitting on this low concrete wall that runs along the edge of a parking lot. On the other side of the wall is a grassy area that's a level with the top of the wall, so people sit with their backs towards the grass and legs facing the lot. Okay.
It's hard to visualize that.
So, yeah, right, hang on. So we got a low concrete wall that goes along the edge of the parking lot. So I imagine low concrete wall, like maybe it's like low height. Yep. On the other side of the wall is a grassy area that sits on the top level of the wall. So on the top level here, there's grass. Okay. So people sit with their backs towards the grass, so their backs towards the grass and legs facing the parking lot. So
they sit down here.
Yeah, sitting down here or sitting up on here, their legs that way. Yeah, okay. I had just gotten my food when I noticed the only free spot left. At the same time, I saw a girl, well-dressed for the park, also walking towards it. She saw it first and was headed that way, but I was closer and got there before her, despite her running when she saw me approaching it. Why does it sound so competitive just to get a seat?
This is like a movie where you're like, oh, God, I got to get the seat.
As I got to it, I looked down at the grass behind the wall and saw a big pile of dog poo right where someone's lower back or clothes would land if they leaned or sat back. It was pretty gross, and I decided not to sit. Okay. Right then...
Okay, so I think he's an asshole, dude.
So, yeah, wait. I looked down at the grass behind the wall and saw a big pile of dog poo right where someone's lower back or clothes would land if they, sat back. Right then, she walked up and looked annoyed, saying, "Seriously? I was going to sit there. I didn't want to make a thing of it, so I just stepped aside and said, go ahead, you can have it."
No, this is not acceptable. We're teaching the autistic kid what is cool and what's not cool. This is a bad thing to do, to not tell them. That's a social faux pas.
She immediately sat down without checking behind her and just a second later jumped up with a disgusted look on her face. The poop was stuck to the back of her skirt. She turned to me and snapped, "Why didn't you say anything?" I told her, "I saw it."
Yeah, I saw it. What are you going to do about it?
I saw it, yeah, but I didn't know how you were planning to sit.
What do you mean? How you were planning this? What is
She could have been, for all I knew, she was going to sit with her legs up against here and her body laying down on the wall.
Yeah, dude.
Maybe she likes to sit like Spider-Man.
Maybe she likes to levitate.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't assume. What, you want me to assume what a woman
Stand
does?
perpendicular.
I can't assume women, bro. Okay, yeah.
This guy's a dig.
For all I knew, you were just going to perch on the edge or sit upright. It's a park. People walk their dogs here. You've got to check before sitting down. She kept insisting.
Like I did, bro.
Yeah. She kept insisting I should have warned her, but I told her I wasn't trying to be petty. I genuinely didn't know how far back she was going to lean or sit. And it wasn't really my responsibility to check the ground for her.
Well, if you think about it, no.
She could have sat only on the wall and not on the grass and would have been fine. She eventually walked off frustrated, but now I'm wondering if I should have just said something anyway. But I feel like especially since she was so confrontational about the spot, it wasn't really necessary. Am I the a-hole? Honestly, the only leverage I'd want to give this is that with the behavior she had from the get-go, I wonder if she even would have actually respected him saying, "Hey, there's poo there."
I feel like
I reckon, no, there's a part of me that like just a small percent chance.
You're
that I
being
reckon,
silly, Jack.
Yeah. I reckon she would have been like, "Oh, whatever," and just would have sat up confidently in defiance of him saying, "Hey, by the way, there's poop there." Like,
Look, if that happened, then she'd deserve it. Yes.
Yes, that's the thing. Yeah, like this is like saying this is the only sort of like leverage I feel he has in this situation. If he like did inform her and she was just trying to be defiant towards this guy, you know. What, like she probably would have perceived it as him trying to be like, "Oh, made you look," snarky and what's the word, sooky about it. But oh man,
Well, if you sit there, there's poo. You can't sit there.
If you sit there, there's poo.
Yeah, it sucks to be you then.
Yeah, it's like so you have a poopy
If I
butthole.
sit there, there's no poo.
Yeah, but if you sit there, there's poo.
Because you're a
poopy
girl.
Butthole. You're a girl. Girls poo. And then you
Girls
poo
poo
there.
their pants.
Yeah, girl.
And have cooties.
We are adult men. Okay.
Are we?
So, yeah, obviously Tom comments saying to this that this is the part where we need David Beckham poking his nose out of his bedroom door and saying, "Be honest." You
honest.
were 100% being petty and you know it. If it was so likely that she might have sat in some way that didn't get her covered in poop, if that was so easy, then why did you get up? You didn't want to sit there because, even though you'd already seen the poop and you were where it was, you still figured there was a strong chance of you winding up with crap on your back. Now, I would argue that it probably wasn't the fact that the poo was nearby that he moved away. It was the fact that he probably could smell
Right
it
there,
near
yeah.
him. You know, like he could probably sit there comfortably. But, I mean, yeah, look, if there was poo right here and I'm sitting here, I'm still going to want to move because there's poo right there.
That's right where I'm eating.
That's a very valid reason to want to move from
I'm not
someplace.
going to shit where I eat, guys. Come
Yeah.
on. Even if I did it. What's wrong with that?
Oh, this is a great point. So one person was originally "everyone sucks here," but they crossed it out.
Yeah, whoopsie
Because they
daisies.
say, so everyone sucks here originally. This woman was entitled and unnecessarily rude about first come, first serve public seating. However, this is that they crossed that out and then said this. Someone pointed out that OP realized this woman saw the seat before him and still went for it, then acted like he'd been slighted when she called him on it. That changes my judgment to "you're the a-hole." OP failed on all counts of human decency here. I mean, that is a good point. It's kind of, I don't know. I feel like if you see someone clearly already going for a seat, just let them take it. That, like, courtesy.
And if you see someone already going for a park in the car park, let them have it.
Yes.
Guys. You don't have to
God.
go competitive for it.
Oh my God.
That's going to piss some people off, I know, but it's a reality check you need to hear.
Out near my workplace, my casual job, it gets very busy on the weekends because it's like a resort holiday area. Anyway, there was this time where I had literally just had to park somewhere further down the street because the street where I normally can park was right next to the job. These two cars refusing because normally the road was so thin that only one car can go through at a time because everyone's cars are parked on the side of the road.
Yep.
And they were just refusing, both of them, refusing to reverse for the other so the other could get past. They're just both there staring each other down, honking their horns. You see them with their arms out, telling each other to move and that kind of stuff. And it's like, Jesus Christ, I've been here for like 30 seconds straight and I arrived and this was still already happening. That like I had to just drive and find a parking spot way further down just so I could get to work.
You're still going as you're walking past.
Yeah, they still were there, yeah. It was ridiculous. Like some people, oh my God.
And then one of them took a shit on
the side of the road as they reversed and someone drove over a bunch of dog poo.
And then someone sat in it.
Oh,
it was
man.
the worst. And then they made a Reddit story about it as well. Can you imagine the scenes, the absolute scenes of it all?
You know what? We should look at some controversials.
Go on.
Ooh.
Might as well.
Not the a-hole. You receive what you put out, and you're not entitled to assist anyone when they're confrontational. I mean, Opie, she wasn't asking to be assisted. She was just asking to wonder why you weren't, honest.
Yeah, why did you not tell me there was poo there?
Yeah.
I could have not had poo in my skirt. You've
not
ruined
that
my
hard.
day.
Yeah. Some people saying it wasn't incumbent on you to say anything, therefore not the a-hole, but it could have been nice if you did, no matter how you thought she would have sat. Therefore, a-hole adjacent.
Everyone sucks here. I don't like her attitude.
You're not the a-hole, you are just a-hole adjacent, which you're basically the a-hole. But you're not the a-hole.
You're not quite there.
You're not racist. You're just...
Racist
you're just equal to a racist.
You're just similar. You're just very similar to a racist.
You're just very similar to a racist.
Yeah.
Oh
You have
my
many
God.
similarities.
Oh.
You just haven't hit it hard enough yet, Say it
Yeah.
say it harder and I might put you in that group.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, there you go. I hope
Someone suggested a more better way to have responded to the dog poo thing. If I was in your place, I might have said, "Oh man, I didn't see that there. I guess I dodged a bullet." Then quietly walk away, marveling at the wonders of karma. I mean, true. That was probably a more effective method.
I didn't know it was there. Sorry, I just decided, you know what? It was wrong of me to take the seat. You can have it.
There you go, and that's how you get. That's how
And
you
I
get
didn't
good
know
books.
that there was poo there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Feign
Did
ignorance.
he even say sorry? No.
No.
Not the
He didn't even say
arsehole.
thank you once. I know it's an outdated meme now, but hey, he didn't say thank you once. What is he? The leader of Ukraine?
Yeah, Christ. And you come in here wearing this and not a suit? What is wrong with you? Honestly.
Oh, man.
All right, well, Jacko's got places to be, guys,
Yeah.
so we'll leave it there. Thank you for being with us today, you petty little assholes.
Yeah.
Thank you
And
for
remember,
existing.
get in the comments if you would like.
Stop.
For
stop,
us.
Stop. 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 I'm
Yay!
No.
Forcing another man
Stop
to kiss me for
forcing it.
popularity and improved viewership.
It's not gonna
yes.
We're gonna get demonetized with that one. I just
Yeah,
know
yeah.
it.
We.
Okay. Good night, guys. Bye. What the fuck? I was gonna clap here so I can sync it up.
Okay.
Wait. There you go. 2 claps.
Nice.
Ooh.
You're